Welcome to day 7 of our journey of emotional discovery. Over the last week, we have come to appreciate how truly valuable our emotions are. And we've learned about the many ways in which they serve us and how vital they are to our health and our well-being. We've also come to understand how powerful and influential the relationship between our mind and emotions really is in shaping the way that we navigate our lives. This powerful and influential relationship is also responsible for shaping the way in which we co-create our lives, both right here and right now, and also the way that we co-create our future. Science has shown us how active our mind is in co-creating the future that we wish to have for ourselves. And as we've already learned, our mind is in direct relationship with our emotions. Emotions generate thoughts, and thoughts generate emotions. The way that our mind perceives the world will alter the way that we feel. And the way that we feel will in turn alter the perceptions that we hold in our mind. Whether our perceptions are positive, supportive and encouraging, or negative, critical and depleting, will impact directly on the way that we feel about ourselves, about others, and about the world in general. Our perceptions will colour and shape our self-esteem and our sense of entitlement and our belief in ourselves. Our perceptions colour our ability to make healthy choices for ourselves. And our perceptions colour our expectations. Expectation is a form of memory. If we have a good, healthy experience, then the next time we approach a similar situation, we will do so with positive and confident expectations. If, however, we experience something with difficulty, then the next time we approach the same situation, we are highly likely to approach it with some trepidation and a certain degree of anxiety. So, our past experiences actually create a kind of blueprint that serves as a role model through which we perceive the world and through which our expectations and anticipations are formed. When we hear people talk about limiting beliefs, this is exactly the kind of thing that they're referring to. When we live through negative expectations that presuppose failure rather than success, we are living through expectations that are based on previous difficult experiences. And these expectations frequently come from childhood. As children, we come to all kinds of conclusions about ourselves, about others, and about the world in general. These conclusions are based entirely on the perspective of a child with limited understanding and a limited comprehension of what was really going on. If we grew up in a stressed household with parents who were emotionally absent, we may have come to the conclusion that we are unimportant or undeserving and a burden. If we grew up in a household of constant arguments, we may, as a child, have come to the conclusions that these arguments were in some way our fault. And as a consequence, we may have developed a heightened and sometimes inappropriate sense of responsibility for pleasing others. We might be afraid of rocking the boat. These kinds of beliefs feel very real because for us at that time, the situations that we were in were very real. In truth, though, our young mind was simply trying to make sense of a situation that was emotionally overwhelming, without the skills or the resources to do so. But whatever conclusions we came to, and whatever beliefs we developed, one thing is absolutely sure. I guarantee that we did the very best that we could with the resources that we had available to us at that time. So these learned beliefs should never be viewed critically or negatively. As adults, it's crucial that we redefine the difference between something that we believe to be true from the viewpoint of a child, as opposed to something that is actually the truth from the viewpoint of the adult that we are now. When we are emotionally responsive to ourselves, we can give our mind the opportunity to notice these beliefs with compassion and interest, and in doing so we can then choose to do things differently, right here and right now. When we take charge of our choices, we become an active participant in navigating our life. We become an active participant not only in co-creating our life right now, but also in co-creating our future. Let's meditate. As we begin this meditation, we will focus on our thought for today. I create my own choices in life. I create my own choices in life. In the first part of our meditation, as you hear the singing bowl, we will focus on allowing the release of any stored up emotional tension. And we'll also be mindful to release any judgments that we may be carrying from our history. Any kind of judgment or any kind of blame or any kind of criticism. When we release our emotions, there's no need for self-analysis and no need for mental understanding. Simply a gentle space of welcome with care and compassion. In the second part of our meditation, as you hear the singing bowl again, we will move to a place of stillness and calm, a place of thoughtful limits, knowing that we can choose to return to a place of further release at a later time. Now, making sure you're in a safe place, get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Allow yourself to breathe naturally, gently and deeply. Notice any areas in your body where you are feeling tension, unease or discomfort. And if our conversation today has in any way raised any issues from your past, simply allow your mind to step down for a moment. Allow your mind to be still and to simply welcome any emotional tension that you're feeling in your body. Welcome any emotions that need to surface without any need for judgment. Any emotional tension that needs to surface simply needs to be heard and allowed to be released. As you breathe out, encourage your body to relax. Give your body a voice and allow your body to speak. Allow your emotions to be heard. As emotions surface, allow their release and then return yourself to breathing gently. And as you move into a place of deeper listening, give yourself permission to turn off any noise in your mind. Simply notice and welcome. Welcome any emotions that need to surface. As we let go of any need to find fault with our feelings, and as we relax and open ourselves to a place of emotional receptivity, with no judgment and no criticism, just a welcome space of arrival and release, we can relax into a space of emotional responsiveness. A relaxed body makes a calm mind. So gently welcome your emotions and gently let them go. It's time to place a safe boundary around this part of our meditation. It's time to bring the release of emotions to a close. as we clear the space within ourselves, we can begin to relax and move gently into a space of stillness, a space of presence and a space of calm. Continue to breathe naturally, gently and deeply. And as you hear the singing bowl again, we'll draw our meditation to a close. It's time to draw our meditation to a close. From time to time during the day, remind yourself of our thought for today. I create my own choices in life. Keep this thought in your mind. Perhaps write it on a piece of paper and carry it with you. I create my own choices in life. During your day, take a moment or two to allow yourself to return to the memory of the calmness and the stillness that we experience when we release any stored up emotional tension from both our mind and our body. And remind yourself that as we develop a healthy interest in the workings of our mind and a healthy welcoming responsiveness to our emotions, that we can begin to sift through anything from our past that is no longer serving us, that our emotions can be released and our mind can become active in supporting our emotional well-being and in supporting any choices that we need to make to move our lives forwards. Take care.